jasna pire soo ko bëggee fii si biir Gambia bi dawal foofu sa quality jasna your number one stop shop. Ana sama jigéen ñi dama bëgg ngeen jox ma seen nopp garmi yi ndaxte quality jasna amal nañ leen ay til yu toj daala poos abaaya yu yiiw waaye it amal nañ leen ay boreda yu rafet boreda yoo xam ne pour góor ñi la ak pour jigéen ñi amal nañ leen body scrub yi nga xam ne nii dafay defar seen yaram bam nice waaye it fàttewuñ fa diw yi. Ana sama jeeg yu pare yi quality jasna amal nañ leen fa andi cuuraay yu neex house spray ak bépp xeetu baax pour seen biir néeg dama ne atum ren jii ku sa jëkkër mere ku ne yow la neex ndaxte quality jasna ñëw na si dëkk bi pour defar sëy yi. Makeup artist yi bàyyi leen gannaaw ñu ngi leen fa amal ay makeup product yu quality waxu leen léegi nii foofa sa Westfield jàkkaarloog monument bi wala nga jokkoo quality jasna si 250 01 24 ak quality jasna taaral sa bopp taaral sa néeg waaye it dëggal sa alaaji aas.
Tourism for the members of the National Organizing Committee of the Janjangbureh Bicentenary Anniversary, members of the NOC, members of the press, good afternoon and welcome to the Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute for the press conference announcing the Janjangbureh Bicentenary Anniversary. You may recall that His Excellency the President has announced at the National Assembly that the Janjangbureh Bicentenary Festival will be organized. And since then, plans have been going on for the hosting of the event at Janjangbureh. We are now about 1 month away from the event, and this is why we are here to give you information about the preparation for the event and what is in store for the event. I will call on the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Mr. Honorable Ahmad Ba, to go and give a statement. Oh, sorry. Before we continue, we do it traditional thing, we pray, please. Well, we'll begin with a statement from the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Honorable Ahmad Ba, and then afterwards we'll continue with the programs. Thank you.
Members of the High Table, NOC members, members of the press, and also to our dear friend, Mr. Jallo. I think this is one of the first press conferences we'll be addressing since we started discussing, organizing the bicentenary anniversary for Janjangbureh. The bicentenary should have been somewhere in April, but because of time factor, we decided that we should push it to January 2024. As you are aware that the 200 return of slaves of Banjul in 1816, we missed that. 2016, everybody understand what the Gambia was going through. And it would have been difficult in that year to organize a bicentenary for the return of slaves in the city of Banjul. However, the city of Janjangbureh, which is 1823, we believe it was an opportune moment for the people of the Gambia to commemorate that very important day and important year in the history of this country. As a result, there was a committee inaugurated since 1.5 years ago. Is it 1 year ago, I think, we inaugurated this committee. This was about November 2022. And the committee has been working so hard since then to make sure that we get a successful anniversary. Now, the cabinet, the government of the Gambia decided and agreed on a date which is on the 4th of January to the 7th of January 2024. And so far, invitations have been sent to a couple of heads of states. We have got some very positive response so far. Some of them have confirmed their desire, their willingness to come and attend the celebration. And we've also written to international organizations. Some of them also have confirmed their attendance to this very important program. And this program will be nationwide. It's a national program that belongs to every Gambian. As a result, we felt today would be the moment that at least we can update you, to inform Gambians through you that the preparations are on high gear and we are moving towards getting to 4th of January, as Mr. Jallo have just indicated. We've been doing all efforts to raise money, and we had a breakfast fundraising activity that was led by His Excellency, the President of the Republic, and indeed by members of the organizing committee who were very instrumental in coming up with that beautiful idea, and who were also very instrumental in realizing that very important activity we concluded. This was sometime in October, am I right? Or in November? October. So the president was on leave. He has to break his leave to come and attend that. And that shows how much he holds on to and believes in this process and in this bicentenary celebration. So, and I must start by saying that we owe it to the committee. They've been doing a fantastic job. They've been doing a great job. And as a result of which, they even decided to open a secretariat led by Mr. Siaka Fadera, the deputy for the DG for National Center for Arts and Culture. And the secretariat is fully functional. And that is making work better. So I believe that with the wise leadership of such a very important committee that we have, and such a committed committee, we should be able to scale through and get to organize a very successful celebration, bicentenary celebration in the island of Janjangbureh. Let me, before I take my seat, recognize the member for Janjangbureh National Assembly, Mr. Omar Jame. And Omar Jame, I've known him for many years. And he knows that I know him. He was one time our candidate in Janjangbureh, one of our elections. So, Mr. Jame, some of them don't know you. Can you rise up for them to see you? Yes. And some of you also may not know our very able chairman, Mr. Bajfai. Some of you don't know him. Some know him very well, Mr. Fai. We also want to see you. And then you have on the extreme left there, Mrs. Ida. Mrs. Ida Sise of Koyo. Mrs. Ida Sise, we want to see you up. Thank you. And then you have the Permanent Secretary for Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Mr. Hassan Jallo. And then, of course, you have the Director of the Gambia Tourism Board, Mr. Abubakar Kamara. You have my dear sister, Fatuma Asjo, very popular name. And on the other side there, you have the Director General of the Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute, Mr. Singate. And on the extreme left, you have the man called Modu Musa Sise. The man with the beautiful, whenever he calls you, there is ram to collect or sugar to collect, or Ramadan. So we always expect his calls. Tobaski or Ramadan, when I see Musa on my phone, something is happening quick. So we always like to hear his calls. Musa, you're welcome. And then now to proceed, I would rather hand over to Mr. Jallo to continue. You know the problem is, everybody knows him. He's done all over. my dear brother and friend, Mr. Seth Yang. Mr. Yang. You know, he's so much known to people, he's just like me. So everybody assumed that everybody knows him. So I would hand over to Mr. Esa to continue the program, and we thank you also, and we hope that the billboards will be on soon, and the flyers and all the rest of it, so that we can proceed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. We will invite questions after when we have our next activity. And that is I'll call on the Vice Chair of the National Organizing Committee, Ms. Fatma Job, to do some presentations.
Thank you, Esa. The Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture, Honorable Hamad Ba, Chairman of the Board of the Gambia Tourism Board, Uncle Bach, the Chairman of the NOC, Mr. Nyang, the Permanent Secretary, members of the High Table, a very good afternoon to you all. You may recall that His Excellency, the President, Adama Barrow, presided over a fundraising breakfast meeting on the 31st of October this year at the Bakadaji Hotel. The purpose was to have breakfast and discussion with the business community with the hope that they will generously complement the government's efforts by way of donating towards this historic event, which is a national event, as alluded to earlier by the Honorable Minister. We are pleased to inform you that as of now, we have raised $9.9 million from all those that attended the breakfast meeting. 9.9 million as of today. And we've written to more partners, both local and abroad, soliciting their support. It's a national event, and we have to see ourselves in it as Gambians, both local and international, and the business community at large. So this afternoon, we leverage on the press conference to invite two of our partners who are going to give a very generous, and I mean very generous donation. In fact, we can give them lunch way after the presentation. They can serve them lunch after. Because they all see secundas. They all see secundas and they're all hungry. Honorable Minister, I think I will start with Ida Cisse of Comium. I'll call on Ida Cisse from Comium. Ida Cisse is the commercial manager of Comium Gambia Limited. Ida, you have the floor.
Assalamu alaikum to everybody. It is truly an honor to be here, and I don't have very much to say, but to say that this is a very welcomed event. I think both the public and the tourism sector can benefit from this. And I see a lot of collaboration happening between the National Center of Arts and Culture and Comium Gambia Limited. So without any further ado, I would like to present a very small and humble gift to the minister, if that's okay.
Fantastic, I'm
Are you ready?
Can you carry on?
Let me have your hand. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay? Yes, that's your money.
Honorable, you can just. Honorable, you can just wait.
Yeah,
Ida, thank you very much. The next presentation is by Musa Cisse. Musa Cisse has been very supportive. He's a member of the Marketing and Fundraising Committee. He's also a member of the Media and Publicity Committee of the National Organizing Committee. AfriCell sponsored the breakfast meeting, 100% sponsorship of the breakfast meeting. But in addition to that, Musa is here this afternoon to also add more to what they have already given us. And I'm sure they're going to continue to add more and more and more. Musa, you have the floor. Yes, let me hold it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Minister. Thank you, members of the High Table, and of course, the organizing committee of the Janjangbureh Bicentenary celebration. We are all part of this thing. We are celebrating ourselves, not Janjangbureh or any part of the country, but as Gambians. I said this thing during the breakfast lunch, that it is about us as Gambians, about who we are, our heritage, our culture. So no one should be left behind. It doesn't matter what you do or who or where you are. You know, I mean, it is about us, and we will be a lost cause or a lost generation if we fail to, value what is it that our culture has given us and brought us this far. So for us as an institution, it's a belief that, just to walk in the park and make sure that we're seen to be part of this thing, making sure that we continue to impact, and that's contribute to everything that's Gambian. That's what we do, and that's what this thing is all about. Also, the token we are giving out today is just in addition to, as Fatou mentioned earlier on, our funding of the breakfast meeting. That was the most recognized fundraiser of an event that we had earlier on. So we'll continue to see how best we can support, because this seems to be a success story for everyone associated with this. So I thank you very much, Honorable Minister and team. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. So,
Wow. Whenever he calls you, you get happy. Yes? Now another 1.4 million. So you're becoming a rich man.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. So Musa, that makes it 2 million. So you just have to add another zero. Thank you very much, Esa. I'll hand over the floor back to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Madam Vice Chair. Now that we've done the presentation and the opening statement by the Honorable Minister, we'll now entertain questions from members of the press before we go. Can I take the mics over there? It's much better.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Honorable Minister,
I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. Can you use a mic, please?
There is no mic.
Okay.
Just raise your voice.
I know the festival is very dear to you. I would just like to quote you. In 2022, you said the government attacks great value to the festival and the lack of Janjangbureh. This shows the level of preparedness and what you mentioned here towards the successful festival. Can you just take us through on some of the activities that are going to be in place as far as this festival is concerned? I know there will be a lot of activities. Business will be around.
Let me just refer you to the website. You can get all the information that you need regarding the activity that's going to take place. One thing I know, there will be a symposium by international, well-renowned personalities who have already been confirmed. Of them confirmed they are coming, and indeed, of course, within the Gambia here too. So we will certainly be having a lot of publications after that symposium, and it will certainly give an insight of what slavery, what Janjangbureh is, and what the Gambia is, and Africa at large. There will also be a Senegambia trade fair, which, of course, will help our business community, our young ones, businessmen and women, companies, ranging from all sorts of businesses and activities. They will all be there to showcase their products and to see what they can sell, what people can see from what they have. That will also be there. And of course, there will be the fun fair. There will be the night activities. There will be a lot of activities throughout the 3 days that we're going to have. We want everybody from every part of the country to display their cultural talents, artistic know-how. And then, of course, we have now decided to invite our neighboring countries, their national theater groups, their national troops to be invited to come to the Gambia. And that process is ongoing. So it will be a whole lot of activities during that particular time in January. Church services. You know, we have the oldest Methodist church in Africa, in Janjangbureh. It's going to be where we're also going to have a service, those who are Christians, and we believe that it will add a lot more knowledge in the hearts and minds of people. And the houses that were built for the slaves, when they came back, one of those houses is still in Janjangbureh, and I'm sure people will be interested to see how we were treated as Black people when we were freed from slavery and brought back to this country, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and so forth. Yes.
Thank you.
Anybody? Thank you. The other question is, there are some of the relics and historical sites in Janjangbureh are in very bad shape and condition. Do you have any plans to fix some of these, edifices for the events, and whether you also bring in board some of the descendants of the slave families who are residing in Janjangbureh? Are they part of this process? Thank you.
Very important 3 questions. Yes, we will do something with the important sites. Yes, we will inform those ex-slave family members who are around here. Yes, Sierra Leone confirmed, Guinea-Bissau confirmed, Liberia, we're waiting for a change of leadership. And we are Senegal confirmed. We're also waiting for Nigeria and 1 or 2 other countries. And the Commonwealth Secretary General and I think 2 others have also confirmed they're coming. All your questions. I answered all your questions. His concern needed yes or no, and he got yes.
Change of leadership.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I only get issues related to this. So there is no question. We pray and then we conclude the press conference. I think it's been. Yes. So I think now we can say, the committee, let me help you. The budget keep on changing, things keep on coming up. So the preliminary budget has been projected. I'll leave that to the chairman to answer that question.
And the minister is putting me in a funny position. Probably we call the financial controllers to give it, but it's a lot of millions.
We are working on it.
We are working on it.
No, we cannot tell you exactly what the figure is. We are working on it, Mr. Mane. We are working on it, Mr. Ansu. Keba. And we pray. Am I right? Okay, let me make a concluding statement quickly. Let me thank you very much for coming, particularly the press. On a very short notice, you are informed yesterday and you are here today. That shows you are committed to this very important cause that we have set ourselves. And you will partner with us. We are together with you. Without you, we will not succeed. And I urge the organizing committee to engage them, to work with them, to use their talents, their knowledge, and their ability to disseminate information that the world can see what is happening in the Gambia. And I thank you all for making it happen and for coming. And for those that are coming late, I hope you will share the information with them, because this is an information that we expect you to share with other media houses so that the information can reach out to everybody. We thank you so much and we wish you all the best. Looking forward to seeing you very soon in another press conference. And I thank Komiyoung and I thank AfriCell for their immense contribution, and all those who have contributed before, and all those who contributed during the breakfast, who came up, attended the breakfast, and contributed towards the success of this event. And today, we have seen AfriCell doing it again, coming out doing it. We appreciate everybody. And we believe this is beyond politics. Everybody is involved. And you will see everybody in that pavilion on the 4th and 7th of January. Everyone will be there, inshallah, by the grace of God. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much. Now, have pray and then we disperse.
ku yoddu sa xët te quality jas na ñoo yor seen cumbukaay jërul day uyu borom jas na pire soo ko bëggee fii si biir Gambia bi dawal foofu sa quality jas na your number one stop shop ana sama jigéen ñi dama bëgg ngeen jox ma seen nopp garme yi ndaxte quality jas na amal nañ leen ay til yu toj daala poos abaaya yu yiiw waaye it amal nañ leen ay boreda yu rafet boreda yoo xam ne pour góor ñi la ak pour jigéen ñi amal nañ leen body scrub yi nga xam ne nii dafay defar seen yaram bam nice waaye it fàttewuñ fa diw yi ana sama jeeg yu pare yi quality jas na amal nañ leen fa andi cuuraay yu neex house spray ak bépp xeetu baax pour seen biir néeg dama ne atum ren jii ku sa jëkkër mere ku ne yow la neex ndaxte quality jas na ñëw na si dëkk bi pour defar sëy yi make-up artist yi bàyyi leen gannaaw ñu ngi leen fa amal ay make-up product yu quality waxu leen léegi nii foofu sa Westfield jàkkaarloog monument bi wala nga jokkoo quality jas na si 250 01 24 ak quality jas na taaral sa bopp taaral sa néeg waaye it bégal sa alaaji aas